minutes in. This says, oh man, see, I guess the reason why these old ones have been here is because like I couldn't figure out how to answer them in like a minute or two. Here we go. This is from Jacob. It says, has there ever been anything that made you feel like giving up on menswear? And that's kind of a big one too.
Man.
See, we're not gonna get
Let me
through
introduce you to a
Not
Facebook
really.
page called Real Men, Real Style.
I bet the last one's like, hey Ethan, how do I wear this blue tie? You know, it's gonna be like super easy at the end.
Yeah,
But we're
I
never
can't.
gonna
I
get
mean,
there.
personally, I can't think of a time where I was like, I'm so tired of this. There have been times where I've been like less interested in buying new things, or like I'm just not thinking about it as much. But I've never thought it's like I'm just gonna give up on like buying clothes entirely, because I think that's just, I don't know. I've lived like, even before I was into fashion, I was still like, I don't know,
You
like
still wore clothes.
I still wore clothes, and I still like liked clothes. I liked getting dressed up even when I was like a little kid, and stuff like that. I think that's just I just like clothes. That's not like, you know, I've never thought it's like, oh, I'm gonna just give up on it.
Yeah.
Well, if any of you guys know me in the Real Men, Real Style group, some days I'll post a fit and they really don't like
Are
it.
you
And then
still
for the
banned
next,
on there?
no, I'm banned on Alpha M forever. I'm not banned on Real Men, Real Style.
It's funny that they don't coordinate. You would think that there
No.
would be like a. Like
And there's a
shared
lot of
list.
overlap. A
Yeah.
lot of overlap. A lot of familiar faces. And yeah, you know, there are days where like people are like, for instance, like currently today, people are still commenting on a thing I posted yesterday or maybe even like 2 days ago, just railing into me. So, you know, like, and I'm like, what's the point of this?
What is
And
the
I didn't
point?
post today, and I feel better. But I was really feeling myself in my cord suit today with my Dua Lipa like anime T-shirt. So maybe that's
Nice.
just that. Maybe it's just because I'm invigorated that I'm so good looking. But
Yeah, I mean, like Spencer, I haven't really had anything that would make me like give up on menswear. I think some people, based on some of the DMs I sometimes get, people assume I've given up on it, but I'm like, no, like I still wear menswear. Like just because I'm not fucking wearing a like a period suit with a fedora doesn't mean I've given up on it. You know.
right, just because you're not cosplaying.
There are times when I kind of given up on like working in it. There's a lot
I
of
feel
things that make me feel very. I mean, like I said earlier, like, when you realize that your income is stuck a little bit, you know, it's like, okay, I don't know if I want to do this kind of thing. And also there are a couple times I think some of you guys also know, like, you know, when people aren't receptive to like branding and like, well, not even like me taking over their brand, but like just like, you know, talking about like how to be better digitally, and then they don't, and then their business they go out of business. It's like, okay, well, see, and it sucks because I like
Seems like a
menswear.
very
So like,
pointed
so
comment.
when things don't work out, we all suffer because now again, like, you know, there's just no menswear in LA right now, right? There's like the Optimist, but that's not really tailoring. You know, there's not that kind of independent menswear store or anything close to it. So yeah, so stuff like that make me go. I mean, I'm still gonna like it, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to work in it because I don't want to work in something that I enjoy and then see it not survive. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. So far, the community, I mean, everyone in menswear has been fairly nice, with the exception of a couple of weirdos. Never anyone in the industry.
Name 'em.
Always enthusiasts who have weird old school views.
Mhm.
But that doesn't
You mean
really.
the Nazis? You mean the Nazis?
Yeah. Like recently, I forgot who it was. One of our friends was messaged by a guy. He's saying like, "Oh well, you know, I wish gay people would just stick to themselves. You know, like why do they have to have like a." Why do they have to have like a in-your-face lifestyle? You know, that's unnatural. It's like, what the fuck? And I was even surprised, but like, I don't get enough of that to make me go like, menswear sucks. And even if there was a lot of people like that, I know that doesn't affect how I dress. You know what I
Some
mean?
people say that to my face, but that's because they think I'm gay. And
That's a
I
little
get
different.
it. I get it, but I get where they think I'm gay. I don't get their thinking process. But yeah, they're always like the people who, super into like dressing up and classic and traditional.
Yeah.
And they say some
Yeah.
bullshit like that, and you're
But-
yeah,
Yeah.
get in a fight. We're
So-
getting a fight.
What this question makes me think of an example, and I mean, I guess I won't. I don't want to put the person on blast, but it's like, we had a friend recently who realized, oh, I don't like how a lot of my pants fit, and when he was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to take these all to the tailor, he was like, I want to give up on it. Like, is it even worth it to do this? And so I'm wondering if any of you guys have ever reached a point where you're like, to get my wardrobe to the place where I want it would just be too much of a time.
I like how we're all throwing shade today.
There's a lot of that, huh?
Like, it would be so much of a
We're
time
shady
and
lady.
money, like, investment that it's just not worth it. Have any of you guys ever felt that? I haven't, but
I've gone the opposite direction. So like, I've kind of
oh my god,
I used to be super much like everything has to be perfect down to the quarter inch, all this other stuff. And I was just kind of like very like, oh, this needs to be taken here a little bit more, or this needs to be out. And I was very retentive about things, how things fit. And now I feel like I don't care as much on all these little details. It's not that I don't like dressing up, it's not that I don't like clothes, obviously, still buying shit, but I very much am a lot more relaxed in how things fit. I'm not like posting fits like, what do you guys think about this fit? Do I need to have things I'm like, if I get a suit in that's like it's a centimeter off of the sleeve, I'm not like, oh, I need to fix this today. Or it's like as long as it's not too tight and it doesn't look absolutely horrendously bad, then I'm probably okay without it.
That's great.
With the garment. I'm not like, I'm a lot more relaxed about things.
Would you say you're more of a relaxed fit?
I'm not in.
That's funny.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But also, that's very true too. Like, I think part of it is like learning to let go, learning what battles you want to fight in your life. And I want to fight less of them about clothes. And then I think that's increased my enjoyment of clothing because I'm not as obsessed about things that rile me up and make me think I need to just put way more mental energy and time and money, to be pretty frank, to enjoy my clothes. I realize I can just buy it and wear it, and like, if it's the sleeves are a little off, who cares? Like, it's a little bit more. There's things that I'm sure I could, if I wanted to go down this super anal retentive path, I could. I'm definitely very self-critical. I'm definitely, have a very pessimistic, find everything wrong with. Like,
sorry about that.
Like,
Whoa!
Somebody clip that. We're gonna get banned.
Yeah, we're gonna get banned if you do that, so don't.
uh-oh.
What happened?
I forgot that in this game you collect Playboy magazines, so I opened up and we saw some titties.
I'm gonna highlight this.
Now you can't. You better censor. You better highlight. Bring it into Premiere.
Well, we're gonna just block that one bit, I guess.
Post it to the live stream fails subreddit.
That means MJ, you're gonna have to download this and then fix it.
So this happened at about 48 minutes in, 8:48.
Yeah, because this whole thing is a highlight. Because I'm not done talking yet. I think that you technically have to go through the whole like anal, like super specific phase to get to the part where like you don't really care. I think that's
true. That's true. Yeah.
And some people don't. I'm not trying to throw shade, but I think some people aren't always conscious of all these different things until it's pointed out to them. So when it does happen, when you realize how much is involved in menswear, which I feel like you would have had to know because like menswear is all about fucking measurements and everything. So it's surprising that some people don't know that. But the thing is, when you do realize that how much stuff goes into it, it can be a little frustrating when you didn't get it right, or at the very least anxiety inducing when you're like, oh shit, like everything doesn't fit the way I want it to. I've had that,
If
but
that happened, I just bought
like
new
for
clothes.
me, I'm energized because like I know exactly what to fix. So like I know some people don't have that kind of that energy for the customer. All right, here we go. Let's get it knocked out. So people just want it to be the way where it is. So I mean, again, I think it takes a lot of self confidence to not want to give up on menswear because I think same thing for me and Spencer too. Like in our wide leg article, in the podcast which came out on Monday, we did say that for a while we tapered everything.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't like some of it was less tapered than others, but we went through it like, oh man, we gotta make sure every trouser is tapered because wide leg is like we can't wear that in every day. And then nowadays we wear wide leg casually. We just roll it up or we raw hem it, whatever. And I think
raw
that
dog it.
that's a good response to it. Like you said, Kiyoshi, at a certain point you start to just kind of be okay with things. You embrace the slouch, embrace the unevenness, and also you can just have the confidence to be like, you know what, we're just gonna fucking fix it. Like just raw hem it or take it to the tailor because that's just what you're supposed to do. It's menswear. You have three options. You either fix it, do it yourself, or you
get it
just
new.
keep doing it, or I guess number 4, you just fucking stop doing it. And I would hate to lose out on a hobby just because of like one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
just 'cause you made a couple mistakes. You watched Kingsman
Yeah.
way too many times.
yeah.
You bought a pair of Allen Edmonds Oxfords
Anyway,
you never wore,
that's yeah.
and then threw them in the trash. Am I talking about myself? Maybe, but we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Okay, so thank you, Jacob, for that one.